Welcome to a ScribeShadow tutorial video. In this video, we'll show you how to use chapter editing deep dive. Start by choosing the chapter you need to inspect or correct. Chapter editing is meant for targeted text fixes inside one chapter. Open the chapter to bring up the chapter workspace. Before you edit, confirm the language selector and the active tab. Edit changes the version you are currently viewing, not every version of the chapter. Use Edit while viewing the original text when you want to correct the uploaded manuscript text directly. After Edit opens, the chapter switches into an editing state for the original text. Use the editor body for text changes. The toolbar supports light formatting such as bold, italic, underline, lists, alignment, undo, and redo. As soon as you change text, ScribeShadow marks the chapter as having unsaved changes. Nothing is written until you save. Save chapter writes this visible version. Cancel leaves the editor and discards unsaved changes. If you save original text after translation or proofreading, rerun the affected work if you want those later versions updated. Cancel is useful when you are only checking the editor or change your mind before saving. When proofread original text exists, edit that proofread version from the Proofread tab. This keeps the uploaded original and the proofread copy separate. The Proofread tab is a separate version of the original manuscript. Edit it when you want to correct the saved proofread text without changing the uploaded original. With the proofread version visible, Edit opens that proofread text for manual corrections. The editing state tells you which version is being changed. This helps prevent accidentally editing the original when you meant to edit the proofread copy. Leave edit mode before switching versions. To edit translated text, first switch the language selector to the translated language. Here the selected language is German, and this example shows the translated text before a translated proofread version exists. That is when the translated text tab is directly editable. Use Edit here when you want to make a manual correction to the translated chapter text. The editor now applies to the translated chapter. Changes here affect this target language only. After saving translated text, create a new export if you need a downloadable file with the updated translation. Existing export files are not changed automatically. Cancel before moving to the next version. Once a proofread translated version exists, edit that final proofread version from the Proofread tab instead of editing the earlier translated text. The Translated Proofread tab is the cleaned-up translated version. Use it when proofreading has already been run for this language. Edit opens the proofread translated text, which is often the version you will want to export after final review. Check the editing label before saving so you know you are updating the proofread translated version. Saving proofread translated text updates that final text version. Generate a fresh export afterward if you need the exported book to include the change. Exit edit mode before using other chapter actions. More contains secondary chapter actions that are useful after review or editing. For more, you can jump to whole book translation, whole book proofreading, metadata editing, or revert this chapter to its uploaded version when a backup is available. Revert should be used carefully because it rolls back the visible version. After a saved edit, rerun the downstream step that depends on that text. Original edits may need translation or proofreading again. Translated or proofread translated edits usually need a new export before downloading. That's it for this ScribeShadow tutorial video. You're ready to keep going with chapter editing deep dive. Continue with the next tutorial when you're ready.